We are live. Welcome back to the West Coast Draft Podcast, where after a grueling 20 weeks,
12 years.
Well, so I was going to say 20 weeks of football for yours truly. We've made it from week one to now, where I remember I saw a tweet this week that was like, or this past weekend, that was like, what would it say? It was basically, it feels like last night that Jalen Carter was spitting on Dak Prescott.
Yep, I saw that one. Yep.
And now we're talking about the Super Bowl, the Seahawks and the Patriots, a rematch of a classic Super Bowl, probably the best Super Bowl of the 2010s. No better one.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. It's definitely up there.
I mean, Niners Ravens was a good one for sure. Eagles Patriots.
Patriots. The Philly special was awesome. That might be my pick.
Yeah. It's probably between those three.
Super Bowl 48 wasn't fun. I mean, I very much enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the only people who did. Yeah.
As a neutral observer, I don't think any non-Seahawks fans had a lot of fun with that one. But Seahawks fans, I'm sure, had a great time.
I don't think Giants Patriots 2 was as good as 1. The story.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm trying to think. What other Super Bowls? We had Panthers, Broncos,
Chiefs, Niners, 2020, right?
Chiefs, Niners. Yeah, I got. Well, since it was 2019 season, we'll count it. That was a good one. It was good.
I thought that was a good one.
Great.
Wasp.
Yeah.
I'd say Philly special.
Malcolm Butler.
I'd say those are the blackout. Yeah, the blackout.
I think it goes.
Although honestly, let's talk about this seriously. The blackout game wasn't exciting until like the fourth.
The second half. That's why it's number 3. That's why it's number 3.
Yeah,
to be clear.
Yeah. I think I'd put Chiefs Niners 1 above the blackout. But then blackout would
yeah, I can see that. I could see that argument.
So that was Mahomes first.
Both Niners losses. And then there's the Chiefs Niners 2 was also a Niners loss, and
two absolutely brutal losses, mind you.
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to think what other great. Wait, okay, hold on. Can I go? Let's see. So 2010 was Steelers Packers. That was fine. 2011 was Giants Pats 2, which was good. 2012 was Chiefs Niners, or not Chiefs Niners. Niners Rams, or sorry, Niners Ravens. There we go. Blackout. 2013 was Hawks Broncos. 2014 was Hawks Patriots.
15 was Panthers Broncos.
Panthers Broncos. I mean, it was the Peyton.
It was the ghost of Peyton Manning.
Yeah, but hey, he went out a champ, so
he did.
Oh, how did we forget 28-3?
28-3, yeah.
How did we forget 28-3?
28-3.
We forget 28-3 because as legendary as that game is, it was really just 2 blowouts put back to back.
Well, that's kind of how I feel about it has the same problem as the blackout game. That's the same problem.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
2017 that's Rams Patriots?
2017 was Eagles Pats, which
Pats. 18 Rams Patriots. Snooze fest.
Worst Super Bowls of all time. One of the worst Super Bowls.
At least Seahawks Broncos had high scoring.
That's true. That's a good point. Hey, even the losing team, the losing team in Seahawks Broncos had more points than the losing team in Rams.
19 was
Niners.
Niners Chiefs won. Yeah.
Chiefs.
Ooh, something we have to do, Beau, that I forgot that we forgot to plan.
Yeah.
Awards prediction.
Oh, do we want to do that on this episode or we want to do that next one?
Isn't it this Saturday?
No, it's next Tuesday, I thought it was next Tuesday. Or next Thursday, I mean.
Next Thursday?
Like, if you're right, we'll do it today for sure. NFL honors. I could have sworn it was next Thursday. Am I crazy?
20th. 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 20th.
February 5th. What day is February 5th? Yeah, that's okay. No.
You're right. Next Tuesday.
Oh yeah, it is next Thursday. It is or Thursday. Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
Yep. You're right.
I cooked. All right. In February. Oh.
Okay, we don't have to worry about that.
Shout out. Totally random. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers for this handy-dandy graphic where they have all the important off-season dates, like just there, so I don't have to keep Googling them. Man, 2 weeks after the Super Bowl, the Combine starts. Hell yeah. I love that. I will say the fastest off-season ever was the off-season after your team goes to the Super Bowl. Especially with the new delayed by 1 week Super Bowl. Because I remember back in 2022, it's like the Bengals were in the Super Bowl. Like, I feel like I was still like not hungover because I didn't drink it all during the game, but like depression hungover.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're starting to players come to the Combine. And I'm like, wait, already? So I was like, I thought I had more time to stew in this. Did not have more time to stew in it.
Yeah, no, those go quick. Those go quick for sure.
So when your team doesn't make it to the offseason or to the playoffs, you're like, oh, it's awesome that this Combine's already here. When your team loses the Super Bowl, or wins the Super Bowl for that matter, because when you win the Super Bowl, you want more time to celebrate and gloat before everybody moves on. So, yeah, there you go. March 9th, free agent negotiating period starts. All right, that's going to be fun.
Creeping up.
It's getting here. Well, it's not close to March 9th yet necessarily, but it's getting closer. It's closer than it was, that's for sure.
Hey, have you heard about that?
I've not heard about that.
Sorry, I was looking at tweets.
No, you're good. Alrighty. Well, should we start by breaking down these conference title games here? Talk about how we got here.
Yeah, let's start with the JV game first.
Start with the JV game. Yeah, that's right.
An absolute stinker, man. What an 100%. Awful football game. And
awful game. Which is, it's crazy to say that. Like, Bo Nix plays, the Broncos probably dominate here.
Because there was that like screen pass pretty early that Stidham totally missed, and it's probably a touchdown if it hits. Mm-hmm. It was like a wide receiver screen, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's funny how much this got talked about as like, oh, the Broncos have all the confidence in Stidham, and his recruiting ranking out of high school is insane, and all this stuff. He was awful, just awful. Like,
after that,
as much of a Bo Nix haters we both are, it's like Broncos are in the Super Bowl.
After that deep pass. Like early on, he was just awful after that.
Yeah, their opening drive was good, and everything after that was bad.
Shout out to my dad, by the way. He had a pretty good point. He's like, if they had anyone with just experienced snaps in either the NFL or the playoffs, they'd probably win that game. He's like, if they had Joe Flacco, they'd probably win that game. It's like,
100%.
Honestly, yeah. If they had Jacoby Brissett, they win that game.
Jacoby Brissett wins this game.
Does Jake Browning win this game?
2023 or 2025?
2023. Yeah. See, that's the answer. Yeah.
2023 Jake Browning probably does. 2025 Jake Browning might be the worst quarterback I've ever watched. I don't know what happened the past 2 years, but he was, I don't know. It's like he played every game drunk this year. He was so bad. So that's the question. Although Jake Browning did go into Denver in week 4, and I don't remember his stat line. Let's find out. What if we traded Jake Browning to the Denver Broncos at midseason? What could we expect from his stat line? 125 yards, 14 for 25 passing, no touchdowns, no picks. Hey, he took care of the ball.
No fumbles, no picks.
No fumbles, no picks. Hey, we had a lead in this one.
That's true.
That we were leading.
That's when there's still hope.
908. We were leading with 908.
You had a 500 record.
That's right, we did. After this game, they were 500. They were 2-0 to start the season. That's what people forget. Joe Burrow was 5-3.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot that too. They started 2-0. And the Seahawks started. The Seahawks started 0-1. So did the Patriots.
Yeah.
The Patriots lost to the Raiders.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny thing. Well, it's the monkey paw situation, right? I mean, all offseason, the Bengals talked about, we need to start fast. We need to start fast. We can't afford to start 0-2 or 0-3 like we have in years past. Like, we need to start fast. Start 2-0, and Joe Burrow gets hurt.
Oh, that's a rough monkey's paw right there.
Dude, the monkey paw situation, I need to stop wishing for things, honestly. I think relate to the Bengals. I hope Shamar Stewart never plays for the Bengals.
Happened.
Monkey paw. Well, okay, he did eventually play. I hope we get off to a fast start. Monkey paw. I'm trying to think. There were probably other ones in there.
I hope the Bengals finally get a good O-line.
Monkey paw. Hey, yeah, that's true. And we just happen to have the worst defense, one of the worst defenses in NFL history.
Oh, and you didn't have, and Joe Burrow wasn't there to be protected by that good O-line.
Mm-hmm.
Bo,
Joe Flacco got to benefit it for most of the season.
Bo, I got it. Here's what it is. Mm-hmm. It's not that you can't wish for anything. You have to be very specific when you're wishing. Don't leave loopholes.
Mm-hmm. No loopholes. I can't think of anything I wish for right now, honestly. Ask me in free agency. I hope the Bengals are aggressive in building their defense in order to help Joe Burrow win a championship for the Cincinnati Bengals in 2026.
Nice. Well done. That's how you do it, right there.
There you go. I'm like, I hope I didn't say Jamar Chase. Fuck. You know what? If we win a Super Bowl and we traded Jamar, I think that's worth it. A Super Bowl is the end goal at the end of the day, right? I don't think it's realistic that they win a Super Bowl without Jamar Chase, but the end goal is the Super Bowl. So,
like, would you have been able to say that you think the Seahawks would be able to win a Super Bowl after they traded DK? Probably not. That's a good point.
However, DK Metcalf is not Jamar Chase.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
But anyways, back to this game. I don't know. We kind of approached it from the Broncos' perspective already. Patriots' perspective.
Drake May still didn't play good
either. He did not play good.
Like, we want to talk about like some vaunted defense. It's like, I'm sorry, but like, really?
He played like a guy that is from Carolina playing in the snow.
Yeah. It's just like, I'm sorry, I'm not entirely convinced either. Like, Drake May has not played good in the playoffs, and he hurt his AC joint now too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both quarterbacks.
The Broncos won this one because of that stupid Stidham backwards pass.
Yep.
Or the Patriots won it. Yeah, my bad.
That's true. Yeah, that set up the Patriots' only touchdown. Otherwise, it's a 7-3 ball game. If everything else goes the exact same, which obviously no guarantees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a complete offensive ineptitude, especially in the second half. Once the snow started, it was like neither team could do anything offensively. No. Except the Patriots, who were able to finally do some clock killing, which is all they seem to be able to do in the second half. But it's not like their running game was particularly effective either. I mean, they barely got that first down to kill the clock, but they did.
They did.
They did. At the end of the day. That's the funny thing about these games. I mean, and we'll talk about this a little more when we start talking a little bit.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about this.
On paper, I mean, the Seahawks should dominate, truly, but
dominate. I wouldn't say.
I'd say dominate.
I'd say win.
Yes.
I'd say win convincingly. Dominate. I can't get behind that.
But games aren't played on paper. Seahawks come in flat. on a random Sunday in February, and that's all they'll be remembered for. That's the unfortunate thing about football.
Mhm.
Every other sport's a best-of-7 series, a best-of-5 series, like something. Football, you come out flat one day and you're done.
Yep.
Best team doesn't always win.
Actually, there's another sport that's sudden death.
What's that?
College hoops.
Oh, yeah. Good call. I mean, that's what March Madness is famous for, right? And
Yep, just
obviously
one.
CFP too.
Well, it's the same sport, though.
Yeah, true. That is very true. So it won't count. Football playoffs and March Madness, and I guess the World Cup when you eventually get there. But you get to go through a round robin first, so it's a little different.
You have aggregate games and a lot of soccer. I'd say no.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, you get a million chances just to make the World Cup.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, how many World Cup playing games are there every year? It feels like there's like a million of them. So, anyways, but yeah, this was the as you said, the JV game, because this was a brutal viewing experience. But the Patriots,
You know what I hate the most out of anything to come out of this game?
yeah,
It's time to stop playing football outdoors. Everyone should have a dome.
oh yeah, that's stupid.
And
Are you
shout
kidding
out
me?
to
The best part about the
the
second half of this game was it was snowing.
shout out to the people who dug up old NFL film stuff talking about weather. Oh, so good.
Oh, my
A battle of
favorite part
will.
this game was, my favorite part of the second half of this game was a bunch of Bills fans posting that Josh Allen would have dominated in the snowy weather. And then Bengals fans immediately quote tweeting.
I saw that. I was like, "Yep," and they're right. They're right.
Yeah.
They're 100% right.
Old enough to remember when Bills were complaining that the Bengals cheated by wearing white jerseys in the snow.
That was so stupid.
It was kind of hilarious they made that argument when they were the home team, and they're Buffalo.
Like, I'm sorry, Bud Grant insisted that the Vikings play outside for the advantage. It's part of the freaking game.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, these people are such wimps.
Hey, the Brown, it was funny because I actually had a tweet that kind of popped off back in December. I can't remember what it was, but this entire, like, the debate was like a bunch of teams going to domes and stuff. And my response was like, hey, like the AFC North, never do that. AFC North, we're four strong teams that will never go to domes. And you know why? Because the Bengals are too cheap. The Ravens and Steelers hate their fans too much. And the Browns are going to the dome, but we don't count them as a part of our division. They're just kind of the weird stepchild off to the side.
That's really good.
So, I mean,
Bengals are too cheap. Steelers and Ravens hate their fans. Browns don't even count. That's awesome.
And the Browns literally are building a dome, too. That's the best part. I can't believe the Browns are building a dome. How soft do you have to
Jim
be?
Brown is turning in his grave.
I think Jim Brown's still alive.
Oh.
He's turning in his retirement home.
He's turning in his bed.
He's turning in his bed. He's rolling over. Actually, is Jim Brown still alive? Hold on. I think you're right. I think he did die a few years ago. You're right. He did die a few years ago.
It just reminds me of that like classic Biden gaffe from like 2010 or whatever. He's like speaking at some event, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll talk about the guy they're honoring," and he's like, "And yeah, your mother, God rest her soul," and then they're like, "She's not dead. She's not dead." Like, oh, God bless her soul. that's fun.
That's great.
Like,
nice.
nice.
But no, that's on me. He did pass a few years ago. I forgot about that. So,
See, turning in his grave, man.
Turning his grave. Yeah, they didn't announce they were going to a dome until after he died because they knew. They knew that if he heard about that when he was still around, he would have some words with Jimmy Haslam.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about Jimmy Haslam. Oh, there's so much good stuff to talk about. We get to talk about the Bills, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true. We haven't talked about the Bills at all. Man, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
We got so much good stuff
hires
to
that
talk
were
about.
made this week. I'm sure. Were there any other hires made this week?
Not head coaching hires.
Minter. Oh, we haven't talked about McCarthy on the pod. I know we called about it.
We laughed about that very much.
We've got 3 hires to laugh at. There hasn't been a good hire since our last pod. That's
nice.
Awesome. It looks like I might go over 10. Honestly, it looked like Shula and Schwartz were. I was feeling good about both of those, and they both fell apart. So my last and Kubiak's gonna get the Raiders job. Sounds like. So my last hope is Joseph.
I'll talk about it when we get there. I got some thoughts on
that. We'll talk about this game first. I think we're done with the AFC Championship thoughts, and I will give you the floor to talk NFC Championship.
All right. I went out and watched this at a bar as well with some friends, and cool moment. Former Seahawk Thomas Rawls was at the bar. I know Beau remembers him. He had a good game against the Bengals. The Seahawks lost that game. I'm still not over that one. They choked that one horribly.
They did big time.
So that was really cool, and I actually got his phone number for some reason. He just gave me his phone number because he asked me. I went up after the game and got a picture with him. I was like, "Hey, I'm a big fan. I remember watching you growing up." He's like, "Oh, that's awesome." He was super cool, and he was like, "Hey, what do you do?" I was like, "Oh, I coach high school ball in the area." It's like, "Oh, that's awesome, man. I host a camp. Here's my phone number. Let me know if you want let your kids know if they want to come up to my camp." So I have Thomas Rawls' number now, but that was very random. it was very funny. But what a game, man! I've watched it back several times now. This is just it showed that these were the 2 best teams in the NFL this year. Just an absolute, both teams giving them absolutely everything they had. Sam Darnold was incredible in this game. He was dealing. Clint Kubiak called his best game I've ever seen him call. He called a phenomenal game. JSN was awesome. Ken Walker had another good game. Special teams showed up again. Shout out Jay Harbaugh. Sean McVay hates special teams for some reason. Just so fun to watch. Seeing, there's a tradition in Seattle ever since Paul Allen bought the team that he rose the flag at NFC Championships. He did it at all 3 previous ones. And so everyone was curious, who's going to raise the flag? What's going to happen? A lot of people wanted, hey, maybe it's time. Jody's not Paul, right? She's just her brother. She'd never been to an NFC Championship. Maybe we let that tradition stay with Paul. And I think they handled it in the absolute best way they possibly could have. They, they have a small little podium. Not podium, what's the word? Deck, almost, I'd say, where they raise the flag. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that, Beau?
Yeah.
They brought out Jody to raise it, but they had Matt Hasselbeck and Michael Bennett and Cliff Averill out there with her, and they were all hyping up the crowd together, and they were super tight. And Michael Bennett was trying to hype up Jody Allen, she was loving it. It was really cool. It was a cool moment. Richard Sherman on the sideline hyping up the crowd. Cam Chancellor as the honorary captain. Marshawn Lynch riding a Lime scooter to the game, smoking a blunt. It was perfect. Defense, Matt Stafford just has this defense's number. I mean, he was just incredible. There's just not much you can do to him. He was just hitting amazing throws. It was just, I just respected it at that point. Puka had another awesome game. He's so hard to defend. Devontae Adams also had another good game. It was just an absolute battle. But because I remember the Seahawks stopped them 3 and out, got the ball back, went down and scored a touchdown. I was like, oh, could this be happening again? Because Ken Walker in the first half, they just couldn't stop him.
Mm-hmm.
But the Rams, they got the ball back, immediately threw a bomb, and then got to kick the field goal shortly after. It's like, okay, it's not going like the Niners game. just, Matt Stafford just is incredible. He totally deserves the MVP. I can't believe I thought he was washed before the season. Although, remember the theory, Beau? Matt Stafford died weeks ago.
Yeah,
It's not the same Matt Stafford.
Maybe the soul of Patrick Mahomes got put into Matt Stafford.
Probably. Maybe C.J. Stroud. They did a Get Out.
Oh, they did it again. That's exactly what they did. A reverse Get Out, though. It was a reverse Get Out.
A reverse Get Out. A reverse Get Out, yep.
The black guy got put into the white guy's body, yeah. Reverse Get Out. Get in.
They did a Get In. I'm surprised no one's came up with that theory yet. I'm thinking I'm going to put that on Twitter after this. Nick Manwari is the only Seahawks defender that had a good game. He actually had a really good game. Tariq Woolen almost blew this game for us, man. Oh my
and the play after,
God.
literally, what a 2-play sequence. He went from having an awesome PBU on third down to a taunting penalty to giving up the touchdown that got the Rams back in it.
Personally, I've gone back and forth. I knew it was stupid to make that situation. Personally, after hearing the press pool report, hearing some stuff, I see why the refs threw the flag.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate them throwing it in that moment.
Yeah. I think that's what most people would agree. Like, whether or not he deserved it, I think isn't the question. Why it got thrown in that moment when the game had been pretty yappy up to that point.
Yeah,
most Seahawks fans are a little perturbed by.
Yeah, no, it was a very talkative game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a divisional game. Puka was talking crap all game. I just, I don't like how they enforce taunting in the NFL right now. I think it's one of the worst enforced rules. I've always been a let the players play. It's more fun with emotions, right? So that's one thing I already don't like the rule. I see why they threw it. That's a shitty situation to throw a flag in such a big situation. Shout out to Sean McVay though; they totally schemed that up and planned that up. Scheming up a double move on Tariq Woolen when he's in his feelings is diabolical. That's why he's one of the best in the game, man. That is just evil. Whew. Just diabolical from Sean McVay. But shout out for the defense to respond in the end of the game. First of all, shout out to Sam Darnold, who responded all game. Went blow for blow with them. Every time they scored, he put one right back on them. That strike to JSN in the 2-minute drill in the first half was probably his best throw as a Seahawk. And JSN got absolutely clobbered on that one too. The touchdown to Cooper Kupp and Jake Bobo, Darnold got hit pretty hard, and he stuck in there. He had a hell of a game. He really did. I think we were talking about it before the game, where I was saying people are still saying oh, who has the most pressure? It's is there really pressure on him? What's the pressure at this point? He's there.
Mm-hmm.
He played like he wasn't feeling any pressure. He played very fearlessly. He ripped it down the sideline on the first drive to Shaheed for the first time all season. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh boy, we're getting a fun version of Sam Darnold today. Spoon on that 4th down PBU against our best friend Jake Ferguson. Very fun. Hope he didn't hurt his knees too bad. Not Jake Ferguson. Oh, God.
Terrence Ferguson, yeah.
Terrence Ferguson. Yeah. Still a tight end, so I'm not too far off.
Yeah.
Dude, Sean McVay has been such a pissy little baby after both of the Seahawks losses. Did you see what he said about that play?
No, I didn't. What did he say?
He said that the Seahawks had a fortuitous bust that covered the play he drew up very well. I was like, come on. Really?
Fortuitous. Oh man, I love that word, fortuitous.
It's just like he can't stand not being the smartest guy in the room. It feels like because it's not like the Seahawks don't use spot droppers in those in goal to go out of mug looks.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one pissed me off a little bit. It's like, really, you just can't say they called a good play, right? It's like, oh, they made a mistake. My plays are awesome. They should never. They only don't work when something really lucky happens. Oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
give me really.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta tip your hat.
Like he can't do that. He just for some reason just refuses to do that ever. That annoyed me. But you know what my favorite part of that game was?
Mm-hmm.
It's that 4-minute situation where they churned.
I was gonna say the clock kill was beautifully executed. The only way it could have gone better is if they took it all the way down. But taking it down to 25 seconds with 0 timeouts is about as good as it gets.
Yep. That was an excellently called drive by Kubiak. Running it and running play passes at the right times,
Shoot, they would have killed it if they didn't get the false start on that last series, probably on the last set of downs, probably.
Yeah. I mean, that was just and the physicality of it, pushing the pile. That's just the kind of football I love. That's championship football. That was very fun to watch. Just seeing tick, 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 tick. Also, Michael Dixon has not been talked about enough about how huge of a game he had. He consistently pinned them inside the 15 and 2 muffs. Pretty huge game from Dicko mode. He had an excellent game. And then, of course, Stafford, has an odd. Yeah, I think the Seahawks played it right. Let them have that throw up the middle, right? It took 15 seconds off the clock. Shout out to Josh Jobe for keeping Puka in bounds. But I love that clock kill drive. That was one of my favorite parts of the whole game. And then the Seahawks are raising the George Halas Trophy at home. How special is that?
Man.
Not many better feelings than that.
Their NFC Championship. Have they ever been the away team in NFC Championship?
Nope. Not in the NFC. They made it once in the AFC.
Ah, okay. I didn't even know that.
And they're 4-0 in NFC championships, and they've all been at home.
Oh,
and they've all been the 1 seeds
when they've won championships. Because their first Super Bowl appearances was in the NFC. I know that. 2005.
Yep, 0-1. Who did we lose to? Because it was the year we upset the Dolphins.
You know what year it was?
It was in the 80s. It was like 86 or 88.
It wasn't the Bengals, because I know the Bengals, they beat the Chargers in the first. No, they beat the Chargers in the second one. I can't remember.
Oh, you know who it was? It was to the Raiders. It was to the Raiders. It was to the Flores-led Raiders.
It's kind of crazy that since the Seahawks were like in the AFC for a vast majority. I mean, I guess it's about 50-50 now, because I guess now it's like AFC for.
Yeah, it's year 50. It's year 50 for the Seahawks.
Yeah, they're in the AFC for 26 years and the NFC for now 24 years.
Yeah.
So it's just about 50-50.
And
it's crazy to think for over half their history, we could have had a Seahawks 49ers Super Bowl at some point.
Yeah. I mean, and they stunk in the AFC too. They were Dormant. Other than Steve Largent.
When you really think about it, though, it's funny, like, because we don't have a team like that that's like historically, and obviously the Seahawks, the best years of the Seahawks have been since they're in the NFC. So they've got a rivalry with the Niners. They've built a rivalry, and especially this past year with the Rams and all that. But it's funny to just kind of think about it, like, you don't really think about the Seahawks and Raiders as rivals.
Old heads do. Old heads talk about it all the freaking time too. It's annoying.
All right.
Maybe it's we used to hate the Raiders.
Well, everybody hated the Raiders back in the day.
Yeah, but that's relevant. If you ask old head Seahawks, they hate the Raiders the most.
Really? Yeah, that's
Or at
interesting.
least used to. They probably hate the Niners more now.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah. I don't know. It's funny because there's not like a corollary. Like most teams, like since the merger, like they've moved around divisions a lot, obviously, but like most conferences have been like pretty steady. The Seahawks are really the only team that ever like totally flipped conference.
Yeah, I think we flipped because of the expansions.
Because they got Houston in the AFC, so they're like, well, I gotta send someone over to the NFC, and
I think it made a bit more geographic sense to be in the NFC West for us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
mean, they were gonna have to send over a Western team no matter what, just because there was not as many Western teams as there were Eastern teams.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Seattle probably, it was like they're not going to send the Raiders over because the Raiders have a rivalry with everyone in the AFC West at that point in history. Like the Chiefs, they weren't going to send over because they were an AFL original team. Broncos, they weren't going to send over. That was an AFL original team. Chargers, another AFL original team. Like so, Seahawks made sense.
Made total sense.
Like,
yeah.
They're the least connected with the rest of the AFC.
Yeah, and they were probably going to move to LA. Well, actually, no, they were saved from moving to LA at that point, I think. Mm-hmm. Shout out Paul Allen, man. But yeah, the reason why the Seahawks stunk all those years was because of Beering and Nordstrom.
Yep. And that brings us to the 4th Super Bowl the Seahawks.
Wait, I'm not done yet.
Okay, all right, okay. I figured the clock kill was the natural conclusion.
We got to talk about the post game, buddy.
I don't know what happened post game, so this is all
at the George Hollis stuff. It's so surreal seeing Cam Chancellor being the one to hand the trophy to Jody Allen. You know, like, you know, I followed the Seahawks. I was a Seahawks fan before the LOB, so I'm not a total bandwagon, but I did fall in love with football through the LOB. You know, those are Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman. Those are the guys like I idolized. You know, so it's so surreal seeing him being the legend, the old guy giving the trophy now. You know, it's so cool. It's just, you know, I still love those guys so much. So that was really cool to see. But did you hear Mike McDonald's speech at the Hollis Trophy presentation?
He said one of our. We did not care part.
Okay, good. Okay, that's what I was going to talk about.
Okay,
one of our favorite lines in the podcast. A little different, but we do not care. You know, the Mike Tomlin. You know, but
rest in peace, Mike Tomlin.
We did not care. We did not care. Kind of a little remix on that. That was awesome, man. It shows the personality of that team for sure. Seeing all the stuff come out post game, how happy they were. Ernest Jones, Cooper Kupp, the story that came out that like Seahawks coaches almost got in a fight in the elevator with Rams coaches over Cooper Kupp's fumble in the Thursday night game. Very funny. Shout out Chris Partridge, our outside backers coach, who almost fought a Rams coach. Had to be held back. He also has a show cause from the NCAA for the sign stealing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Seeing so many guys, seeing the stuff from Sam Darnold was just so excellent. And I've watched every podcast, every video possible on the Seahawks in these last few days. I don't know, you've seen me rage tweeting at annoying Patriots fans constantly. Mm-hmm. It feels surreal to be back in the Super Bowl. It really does. I never, ever, ever would have expected it coming from the preseason. I was high on the Seahawks. I won't deny it. You know, I thought we'd make the playoffs. I thought we had a chance to win the division. This outcome I never would have expected. I thought we could have won a wild card game. I didn't know if we were like. I remember I talked about it so much in the season. We need to show that we can take that next step to be at that level of the top of the conference. Because last year we lost to the Packers, we lost to the Bills pretty resounding. It's like, are we at that level yet? And I was keep asking that question throughout the season. I got the answer more and more and more and more. And I obviously have had the answer for a while now, but it's like, it shows we have elevated ourselves. And it's a fantastic feeling, man. It feels very different from 2013 and 2014. It feels very, very different.
Well, I saw one tweet about it. It was like the personalities of the
Yes.
LOB Seahawks versus this iteration, the Seahawks that don't really have a nickname. It's like
the dark side or the death zone, but or MOB, but it doesn't hit the same.
No, it's like very like.
And I think you need to win a Super Bowl.
Brash versus kind of
professional.
Just stay in your lane, do your job. Professional.
They're silent killers. They're assassins.
Silent killers. That's a good way of putting it. Versus the LLB, man. Those guys were.
They had ginormous chips on their shoulders too. They had the biggest possible chips ever. So that's
it was John Snyder's the one who said it. I think
he did. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's very different. Very different. But it's not just that, just the feeling around it, right? There is so much hope. Seahawks had never won a Super Bowl before, right? We thought we were the next dynasty coming. We were young, we were loud, we were brash. And we were expecting it. How about that? We were expecting it coming into the season. We were the Super Bowl favorites before the season.
Yeah.
No one saw this coming this season. The way I said it kind of feels like the Seahawks, if they made it in 2012, no one really would have seen it coming. Unproven quarterback, up and coming defense. What's up?
I go ahead and finish this thought, but I had a thought about the Patriots being back in the Super Bowl that I want to share in just a second.
I'm pretty much done, but it feels like I'm just soaking it all in. I'm just loving it. I just can't believe
what you said about the about it felt like the Seahawks are going to be the next dynasty, and then just never mind, the Patriots dynasty never was over. It was just on hiatus.
Yeah.
What if we thought the Chiefs were the next dynasty? Nope. Patriots dynasty was just on hiatus again.
Oh,
never-ending dynasty.
God damn it.
Never-ending dynasty.
The record will last for 1,000 years.
Yeah, what if the Patriots dynasty will never end? It will just have brief 5-year periods where it feels like it's over, and then it's back before you know.
It was 10 years for Brady.
Well, I guess it would. Yeah, between
04 to 14.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so that's fair. Hey, but there was the perfect season.
There was. And they made Super Bowls.
And they made the Super Bowl. Yeah, and they made the Super Bowl twice against the Giants, but they just lost both times. Oh, that was funny. That was crazy. But I mean, let the record show that in the past decade, only 3 teams have made the Super Bowl out of the AFC.
Yeah, it's so freaking annoying. Can you guys beat the freaking Patriots for once? Jesus Christ! Why does the NFC always have to do this for you?
Hey,
you did it.
Bengals made the Super Bowl. Bengals made it. What?
I've seen that chart of how long the list for NFC teams are and how short the freaking list is for the AFC.
Honestly, in the 2000s, I think. Let's see. Every team in the NFC South's made it. Every team in the NFC West.
It's everybody but the Cowboys. Everybody but the Broncos or Cowboys.
Commanders, I think. Cowboys and Commanders, I think.
Oh, wait.
Vikings haven't made the Super Bowl either.
Okay. That's the NFC Championship, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And Vikings and Lions haven't made
every NFC West, half of the NFC North,
half of the NFC East,
half of the East,
NFC South,
and the entire South.
So only 4 out of 16 teams haven't made it. Versus in the AFC, it's
it's probably 4 teams.
We'll see. So let's see. So, Patriots, obviously. No Bills, no Dolphins, no Jets. Bengals, Steelers, Ravens have all made it. So that gets us to 4.
No Texans, no Jags.
No Titans, no Jags. Colts,
Colts, yep.
Broncos and Chiefs. So 7
Raiders
Raiders
made it
and
in
Raiders.
2000.
Never mind, you're right. The Raiders did make it early. Yep. Okay, so 8 versus 14. And how many of those teams only made it once? How many of those teams only made it once?
And most of them in the 2000s, not the 2010s.
That's true. Since 2010. We'll
Patriots,
count the Steelers because
Chiefs,
they were in 2010.
Steelers, Ravens.
Steelers, Chiefs, Ravens, Broncos, Bengals once. Ravens only once, too, to be fair. Steelers, Broncos, Ravens, Chiefs, Patriots, Bengals.
That's it.
Yeah.
What a joke.
I know. It's in the NFC since 2010. Eagles, Giants, Packers, because we're counting 2010. Bears get cut off the list, so just Packers in the North. Saints get cut off because they were 2009. But the Panthers, Falcons, and Bucks have. Cardinals get cut off because it's 2008, but the rest of the NFC West has. So that's 11 versus 6 at that point. Just the AFC just goes through all the AFC just goes
almost
through.
Double.
Yeah. And the thing about the AFC is most of the AFC East has been irrelevant this century.
What a joke of a division the Patriots get to eat off of.
Yeah, and yes, the Bills have been good the past couple of years, but let's not pretend the Dolphins or Jets have accomplished anything since 2000. The AFC South outside of Indy for the not even 2010s, the 2000s really, has been terrible. The AFC West really hasn't been much to write home about either until the Chiefs kind of took it over. I had Broncos in the 2010s.
A couple of Broncos here.
Yeah, the early 2010s Broncos as well.
North has always been good. North's been the biggest thorn in the side of the Patriots.
Yeah,
the South has been a joke.
Yes, the South's been a joke.
The South is a first seat, is a first overall pick factory.
Yes. Yeah. How many? Every single team in the South. Oh.
Jags, Texans, Titans, and
every single team in the AFC South has had the first overall pick at least once since 2012. Jaguars a couple times. Titans a couple times.
Texans a couple times, right?
No, I think
Clowney,
but I think that was the only time.
Yeah, you're right.
They've been high. They've been like third, fourth quite a few times, but Colts, I think, only once with luck.
Yeah.
But again, have been high a few times.
That's what I'm going to start calling them, the first overall pick factory.
Yeah. It's funny. It's kind of funny, actually. The Browns are like the inverse Patriots, where it's like the Patriots got to just devour a terrible division for 25 years, and the Browns just got to be devoured by a great division for 25 years. They really are. I mean, it's funny. I mean, I know I'm not the first person to say the Browns are the inverse Patriots, but they really are the inverse Patriots.
All right. Let's do a light prediction. Right.
We won't even be our official pick. This will not be our official pick.
Here's what I want to talk about real quick. Have you seen the jerseys? Too many patches.
Yes, too many patches. Also, I think both teams kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. All white.
That's totally fair. It's monocolored.
I mean,
you know what I'm the happiest about though, Beau?
What's that?
White glove season, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I've told this story before. As soon as I saw the Michigan DBs walk out of the tunnel with white gloves in the Natty, I knew what kind of game it was going to be. Mm-hmm. I think that this Seahawks team feels a lot like that 23 Michigan team.
I can see that.
Same system, really good D tackles. Don't ask too much from the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Tickets as low as $5,561.
I told my buddy who lives in the Bay Area to sneak in.
Yeah, there you go. Did I ever tell you when I was this is on my dad's side. We have some very, very I think I told you we have some family friends who live in Medina, which just
boy.
They're doing pretty well for themselves. And they asked me, they texted me to congratulate me on the Bengals making the Super Bowl back in 2022, and I was like, oh yeah, it's awesome, thanks. I'm super pumped. Like I never thought I'd see the day. And their immediate follow-up's like, hey, it's in California, are you gonna go? And I'm like, dog, I am not.
I don't have that kind of money.
I am not in your tax bracket, my friend. I ain't getting Super Bowl tickets.
So
I would love to, but
I get having the USA 250 patch on it or whatever, but like the Super Bowl's already a patch fest. Put it on the field. Put it on the field.
Yeah, they already have it on the field. You don't need to put it on the helmet. Put it as a helmet decal.
I don't like that patch at all, man. And it doesn't look fair. Like the design of it's bad too.
I don't mind the patch. It's just too many. Like you said, there's too many patches already. Like the Chiefs Super Bowl jerseys last year had like the AFL patch. They had a captain patch. They had actual Super Bowl patch, and
we have the Seahawks 50th patch, the USA 250 patch,
USA 250 patch. Luckily, the Seahawks don't have captains.
Yep, we only do game captains. Yeah.
Otherwise, Seahawks would be in trouble.
Yeah, like, the USA 250 patches design isn't very good compared to the design that they had for the 200th anniversary. Have you seen that?
Very hyper. I'll look at it. I actually not. I'm not, but I'll look at it.
It looks a lot better. It's just it's too blocky, in my opinion. The font, I don't like the font, and It looks a lot better on the Patriots because of the color. If they made it green and blue, I think it would, for the Seahawks, I think it would look a lot better. It clashes too much. I don't know. I think helmet sticker would have been a better choice.
Well, and you know what they could have done? I'm not seeing it anywhere. Whatever. What they could have done. If they really, they could have done what the NFL did for the 50th or the NFL 100. Replace the NFL logo that's like right here with like a special like USA thing. Could have done that.
It's like, but I don't get it. I
don't hate the look of it. It feels like Team USA soccer, which
that's a good call. I just don't feel the need for it personally when you could have it somewhere else.
Yeah. I do agree with that, especially in the Super Bowl where, like you said, is already very patch heavy.
Just some quick thoughts on the Super Bowl. Patriots, their schedule's been cupcakes. Let's be real. You see that Patriots fan say, if you take away the NFC West, the Seahawks don't have that good of a schedule either. And first of all, that argument isn't even true because we played playoff teams and beat them. But also,
it was also a good year for the AFC South for once.
Yeah, but it's like, really, come on, man, come on, dude. Whatever. It was just like, I think people making up the Patriots defense to be some juggernaut when they played a decimated Chargers, CJ Stroud and Jarrett Stidham. I don't take too seriously.
Let's not forget playoff Justin Herbert, who's the worst quarterback in playoff history.
But like they say, Drake May played in the snow, but also their defense is amazing. One of these two isn't real, right? I do think Barmore and what's his name, Milton Williams are very good. Yeah. However, let me make this case for you, okay? I think you can make the argument, depending how you view it, I'm 50-50 either way, that there is similar talent for the Rams' interior defensive line with the Patriots. Kobe Turner is very good. Poona Ford is a much better run stopper than either Barmore or Williams. Barmore and Williams get more pass rush push. However, the Patriots' edges are far worse than the Rams' edges. Young and Verse are very good. I'm not the most sold on Caleb on Chase on those guys. right? So what that means is Anthony Bradford's going to get a lot of help.
Yes.
So I'm not terrified of that. Also, like people are like, "Oh, Christian Gonzalez is going to shut down JSN." Christian Gonzalez is very good. JSN also went for 100 yards against Derek Stingley. Like all the people saying, "Oh, we just need to stop their running game and double JSN." It's like, why hasn't every team in football done that too? That argument is just silly to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think JSN versus Gonzalez is going to be incredibly fun. I think that's going to be a fun matchup. But it's just, and here's the point I'm getting to. Patriots fans aren't used to being in the Super Bowl where their quarterback isn't Tom Brady and their head coach isn't Bill Belichick. Vrabel and Drake May is a good coach and a good player. But you're talking about two of the greatest of all times. Tom Brady isn't coming to help you. He's not coming to save you, and neither is Bill Belichick. And you might be in a rude awakening for what a Super Bowl is like to the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel's been there before as a player. Josh McDaniels has been there, right? There's experience on the Seahawks staff. There's experience on the Seahawks players. I think the Seahawks players are much more experienced for a Super Bowl than the Patriots. You have leaders like Cooper Kupp, Ernest Jones, who have both won Super Bowls. Those are two of our biggest leaders. There's some arguments I'm getting very annoyed by from Patriots fans, and you've seen me tweeting a lot of them. They're incredibly annoying to me right now because so many of them got their jerseys back from their closets that they hung up after Tom Brady left them. It's just so incredibly annoying and frustrating. As soon as we won this game, as soon as we won the game after seeing the Broncos Patriots game, I'm very confident the Seahawks are going to win. Let me just knock on wood real quick.
Yeah.
We're not going to blow them out. Let's be serious here. It's not going to happen. Mike McDonald is 8-0 off of rest. Very good on the road. And he's also never lost to a quarterback under the age of 25.
I did not know that.
Drake May is a fumbler. I think we're going to get to Drake May. It is hard to get to Matt Stafford, both with interceptions and fumbles. I think we're going to get to Drake May. I think we will. I think there will be a defensive score by the Seahawks. I feel pretty confident. I think we're going to win this one. I think it'll be in the margin of 7 to 9 points. It's not going to be easy. It won't be easy. But I think we'll win this one, man. But we'll get to my picks later. And they're subject to change as well.
I generally agree with your analysis on that one. I'm not going to be able to offer a whole lot different because I generally agree.
Yeah. I'm annoyed by Patriots fans right now. Very much so.
Yeah. It's easy to get annoyed. It's easy to get annoyed in the 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl.
Patriots fans are like, oh, it's just like they counted us out last time in Tom Brady's first Super Bowl. It's like, it's not Tom Brady. It's not Tom Brady. You're not playing. Tom Brady's not your quarterback.
Yeah, but you do have to understand it's Drake May.
Ugh. You know what happened in Drake?
Wait, one word on that real fast. Sorry, I cut you off there.
No, you're fine.
If the Patriots do win, the Drake May meme is gonna explode.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be inescapable.
Do you see what happened in Drake Thomas's last college game?
No, I have no idea.
Sacked Drake May to end it.
No, really, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny.
NC State.
That's right. I forgot he was an NC State guy.
Yeah, no, I feel good. Patriots fans, you're annoying. Dave Portnoy, I can't believe we have to listen to you. Like, why'd this guy get so much success? He's such an ass.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not even playing a character. That's just the kind of guy he is.
He's just that kind of dude. That's right. Oh man, yeah, I agree with you. I think the Seahawks. I feel pretty comfortable saying the Seahawks are going to win comfortably. Like, what's the line right now?
4.5.
4.5. Yeah. Oh, is it on here anywhere? On ESPN Analytics. Anyways, oh, right there. Oh, yeah, 4.5. Yeah, I feel pretty confident in that one, honestly. I'm not going to lie. But that's like I said earlier, it's why they play the games. You never know. Seahawks come out flat.
You never know.
People will remember the Patriots as champions.
I don't think we've came out flat all year. Maybe the Colts game, but that game was just weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did have to play legendary Philip Rivers.
That was a weird game because we didn't have tape. We didn't have like tape on what they were going to do. It was like, you know what it was? It was like a week 1 game.
It was very week 1-ish, yeah.
But no, I mean, I'm just excited. I'm just enjoying every second of it. You know, this week's gone by pretty quick.
Yeah, before you know it, it's going to be T-minus
Dude.
7 days.
The last time the Seahawks were there, for those 2 years, there were so many people that the media couldn't wait to interview.
Mm-hmm.
There are very few that are going to be crowded at Radio Row because, like, they wanted to try and break Marshawn, hear what Richard Sherman has to say, hear what Cam or Earl, Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson, Doug Baldwin, hear what all those guys have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who do you want to really hear? Who's really edgy? Like, Ernest Jones, maybe, because he said F you once.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are going to want to talk to Sam Darnold, of course. They're going to want to talk to JSN. I hope his media training's better. Just still love the video where
they're asking Darnold if he believes in ghosts still.
I still love the video of JSN who couldn't be bothered to say something nice about Shane Waldron.
Is this live?
Is this live? And then days later they try it again and he still can't. Oh God. Devin Witherspoon will be a good interview. Devin Witherspoon. Maybe Tank Lawrence after that thing where he's like, where he totally called his shot. It's like, I love Dallas. I'm not winning the Super Bowl there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Reek might be fun to talk to.
Reek would be Reek will be a good one. I think maybe Nick and Lombardi.
Well, yeah.
That's about it. Like, there's just not crazy personalities.
Yep.
And that's okay. Becoming, a staple NFL franchise. Mm-hmm. We had to, be loud to come on the scene. And now we're a staple franchise in the NFC, I'd say. Of this century, I'd say the Seahawks are a staple.
Of this century, 100%, yeah. That's what we talked about. And of the century is basically their entire time in the NFC. So.
Yeah. Thank God for the NFC. There's not people you're going to be beating down the doors to interview on either team, really.
It's kind of fun. There's been elite quarterbacks in the NFC, but it feels like the Super Bowl representative of the NFC is kind of like a revolving door, whereas in the AFC, it's like, the Patriots are going to get 6 out of 7 years, and the Chiefs are going to get there 5 out of 6 years. Now the Patriots
the AFC's the SEC of the NFL, man.
Yeah.
Top heavy.
Very top heavy. Very top heavy. Well, that's what happens when you have a conferences: the Dolphins, the Jets, the Browns, the Titans, the Raiders, and
the Jags.
That's true. Like, even like the also-rans in the NFC never stay down for long.
The Cardinals made a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even the Cardinals, as much as we joke
the
about
Falcons, the Panthers.
They have stretches of relevance. The Falcons were in a Super Bowl less than 10 years ago. The Panthers,
the Giants were in 2.
Yeah. So, like, even the Commanders, who were like legacy, like the team that people beat up on in the NFC, were in the NFC Championship last year. So it's like
I wouldn't say legacy. The Commanders are a legacy.
Not legacy, but I mean of the past 25 years.
Oh yeah.
Of this century.
The Falcons, which are a legacy bad team, made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They've made more than one.
Yep.
In their existence.
Yep. So, yeah, I think especially since the merger, like post 2002.
Oh, you know why though, Beau? Here's why. Because there's two like there's more expansion teams in the AFC. That's totally it.
That is true. Like almost all the expansion teams went to like the expansion Browns, the Jaguars,
The Texans.
Texans. Texans. How did I forget them? Yeah, that's true. So yeah, 3 of the expansion
Oilers
teams,
with their relocation.
Right. We're in the NFC. Who's the last expansion?
I would say there's more legacy teams in the NFC.
I'm trying to think. Who's the last expansion? Is the last expansion team to come out of the NFC the Seahawks? And the Bucks?
Technically the Bucks. Falcons
are
or Bucks? Falcons or
Saints are.
I think it's the Bucks.
I think. Well, Seahawks and Bucks both had their 50th anniversary this year.
Yeah, they're both 76.
Yeah.
Well, because the Seahawks entered the AFC. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I just mean as a franchise overall.
Yeah, I'd say Seahawks. Bucks.
The entire NFC East is pretty old.
NFC North too.
NFC North is very, very old. All those teams were around from the very beginning, except the Vikings. Saints. Oh, Panthers. Never mind, Panthers.
Oh, Panthers. Yeah, but the Panthers have found success.
That's true. The Jaguars and Texans still have made super, and the new iteration of the Browns.
Yeah.
The 3 the new iteration of the Browns historically, as well as the new iteration, the Jaguars and the Texans. 3 of the 4 teams that have never made the Super Bowl, the expansion teams in the AFC.
Yeah.
And then the Lions. Poor Daniel.
And the Vikings.
Vikings have made a Super Bowl.
Oh, you're right. Are the Lions the only team to never make the Super Bowl in the NFC?
Yep.
Wow. Window, man. Window.
Yep. Let's see.
I like how all the memes of like Super Bowl windows closing quickly are just Dan Campbell. Brutal.
Yeah.
But like, I'd say there's a lot more legacy NFL teams in the NFC than the NFC, right? So you have the Giants, Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders.
Pretty much
all
the entire
teams.
NFC East. The entire NFC East.
The 3/4 of the NFC North.
Yeah.
Niners, I'd say, are a legacy team.
Yeah.
Rams, you can make an argument, but not really.
Not Rams.
Because you have the fearsome foursome, and they were in the Coliseum.
Yeah, but they just they didn't win a Super Bowl till the 90s.
True. That's totally fair. Seahawks, no. Cardinals, they are an old team, but they've always sucked.
Type of legacy. They're historically horrible.
Yeah, but they've been there for a long time.
No one in the NFC South. The entire
No.
NFC South.
Yep.
And funny enough, the closest thing is the Bucks, who were the most of their history were Cardinals level.
The Saints and the Bucks and the Falcons, most of their entire existence were horrible.
Yeah.
Like the reason Eli was a Giant is because of the Saints being horrible.
I'd say from a pure ratio standpoint, actually, the Panthers are the most successful.
Yeah.
But
I would agree.
They also don't have a ring. At least the Saints have.
The Saints do have a ring.
In the AFC, the Dolphins, I guess.
I would count the Dolphins. You can't count the Patriots. You can't count the Patriots.
Historically, no, but you do have to give them some credit for being.
We're talking about legacy teams. Okay,
that's true. I'm just saying, you got it. They are by far the best franchise this century.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, no, obviously.
But yes,
Jets, you can make an argument, kind of.
They've only got the one ring, though.
Yeah, but they're the first one
they've ever even made.
Colts, I would say yes.
They are the reason for the merger, so that's true.
Colts, I would say yes.
The Jets, Colts, I'd say yes. Steelers are a 1,000.
Steelers, yes. Browns, you can say yes. I wouldn't say Bengals.
No, absolutely wouldn't say Bengals.
And I wouldn't say Ravens and Browns. You can't want just legacy Browns because the Browns are the Cardinals. Raiders,
100%. Chiefs 100%. Yeah. None of the teams in the South.
No. Yeah. So I'd say there's
prior to.
I'd say there's definitely more legacy teams in the NFC, and maybe that explains it because there's more of a history of ownership, right? The reason why the AFC's been dominated by a handful of teams, I'd say, is mainly because of bad ownership.
Yeah. Gotta agree with that.
All right. Should we get to the carousel? Speaking of bad ownership.
Jinx. Man, what a week it's been for the Bills, Browns, and Steelers. Let's go chronological order for when these hires.
So Steelers.
Was this Saturday? Saturday or Sunday? I can't remember.
I think it was Saturday.
Ooh.
Hilarious.
Oh man, I can't.
Art Rooney too. You're a bum. Breaking a 60-year legacy of hiring young up-and-coming DCs. Give them time for their vision, but no. Retread local boy who looks super fat at his press conference.
Yeah, he's. I mean, not that he ever looked small necessarily, but my goodness, he was.
His face looked fat.
Yeah, dude. But outside of that, obviously, because that's not important. But just, I mean, I loved it. I had a great time with this hire.
Please, Art Rooney II, make the Steelers bad.
Oh man, that'd be great. Well, and that's the thing, because that's the thing. This isn't a hire that's going to make the Steelers bad. They're still going to be a perennial 8-9, 9-8, maybe 10-7, and a good year team. But that's the thing. This was the Steelers' opportunity to reset and create something great again. Ignore the political undertones.
You can kill the man, but you can't kill the idea.
They could have made the Steelers great again. Instead, they just kind of were like, oh, let's keep doing what Tomlin was doing, only worse. Because I think Mike Tomlin was a fantastic head coach. Now, do I think it had somewhat run its course in Pittsburgh? Yes.
Yes.
But I still think he's a fantastic head coach. I don't feel that way about Mike McCarthy. And I think ultimately the ceiling you're getting with McCarthy is the ceiling you were getting with Mike Tomlin, maybe even a little lower. I think the floor is still representative of they'll be an 8-9, 9-8, 10-7 team every year, and they'll lose in the first round of the playoffs every year because that's what Mike McCarthy always did in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
What he did more often than he absolutely should have in Green Bay.
He pissed away one of the greatest quarterbacks ever.
Genuine, yes, absolutely. Oh, and speaking of that, apparently now there's a real shot that they keep Rodgers now, which is hilarious.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's like
you totally nailed it. I would if you gave me the choice of McCarthy or Tomlin, I'd take Tomlin every day of the week.
Mm-hmm. And again, I'm happy about this, to be quite clear. I love the Steelers being relevant, but it's just like I know teams, especially when you wear that black and gold, you are afraid to blow it up and be a bad team for even 1 year. But sometimes you just got to eat it because ultimately that's what's going to make you better in the long run.
Yes, absolutely. Like you can do what the Seahawks did. Because the Seahawks missed the playoffs last year, even with 10 wins. 16th pick, better than what the Steelers have been picking lately. They picked low 20s every time. That little difference, we picked like 16th and 18th, I think, right? Mm-hmm. That got us Byron Murphy and Gray Zabel. If we're picking 20 or 22, we're not getting those guys. Mm-hmm. Just that little difference can mean a lot.
Yeah. Well, even just philosophically, like they're not going to trade. They're going to try to get Cam Hayward back. He's going to be another year older.
Yeah.
TJ Watt, they're going to try to get back. He's going to be another year older. They're not going to blow it up. And I'm not saying blow it up for the sake of blowing it up. I'm saying
move on from some guys. Seahawks cut Tyler Lockett. Seahawks cut DK Metcalf. Seahawks traded away DK and Geno. Seahawks traded away Russ. Seahawks cut Bobby twice. Mm-hmm. Be willing to make these hard choices. And it sounds like you're not willing to. I mean, like that's why we got rid of Pete, because Pete didn't want to say goodbye. Right? Mm. Pete wanted to run it back. And you have the opportunity to do that with firing Tomlin. Mm-hmm. But no. Like, and you know why that report of Shula is supposedly not doing well on his interviews came out?
Why?
Damage control.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Although I think it's hilarious.
I refuse, having heard him speak, I refuse to believe that you wouldn't think he would be the right head coach for the Steelers, because that guy is so impressive. And I hate saying it too. I hate saying it, but he is going to be a very good NFL coach. I promise you that. I think he's going to be very, very successful somewhere. And I think you're probably going to regret not hiring him for Mike McCarthy in the year of our Lord 2026.
I will say they got a good DC in Patrick Graham. They did. Patrick. That's a good hire. That's a good get. Will it matter in the long run when Mike McCarthy's your head coach now? Because Mike McCarthy had good coordinators in Dallas.
Oh, yeah. He had good coordinators in Green Bay.
Yep. So
Mike Pettin was his DC.
That's true. That is very true.
Art Rennie, too, you're a bum and good. Please run the Steelers into the ground.
Keep it up. Keep it up, Art. We love it. Again, a few days after the Ravens hired Jesse Minter, and I mean, I went on the pod last week and said, like, oh man, like, I mean, I still stand by the fact that I think people immediately crowning them the next year's AFC champs because they hired Jesse Minter. You know, they're going too far.
Yes,
but that is a good hire. This is not a good hire, and this is definitely not a good hire. And this is definitely not a good hire, which is funny because I've been pounding the table for the Bengals hired Joe Brady for a long time. But anyone who followed the Bills much this year knows why Joe Brady was a bad hire for them.
Anyone who followed them for a week.
Yeah, that's true. Should we get into that one now?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Absolutely hilarious. You fire and humiliate Sean McDermott to elevate the OC.
Yeah. Well, and also too. Wait, hold on. And I don't know if this got brought up, but with all the Keon Coleman controversy last week, like, they said it was the coaching staff, not Brandon Beane, that pounded the table to keep to draft Keon, which wasn't true, but say it was. So you decided to promote the OC. Do you not think the OC had a role in drafting a top wide receiver?
We drafted you to be a number one, and you're playing like a bum.
I like cookies.
We give that leeway to young players. He's a second-year player.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, the Joe Brady in the NFL arc has been hilarious because it's like, oh, Carolina hires him. Carolina's offense stinks.
No, they didn't. They weren't. No. I'm pushing back on that right now. He was totally scapegoated. That offense was not that bad, and it was Rule's offense anyways.
That's why I was gonna say Rule had a big role in that. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. And he got totally scapegoated.
And he got scapegoated, absolutely. And Rule gets fired a year later. Then he ends up Buffalo's QB coach. Then Ken Dorsey gets fired, so he gets promoted to Buffalo's OC. He has a couple really, really good years, gets all the head coach buzz in the world. Everyone in Southern Ohio wants him to be the next head coach of the Bengals because of the obvious Joe Burrow connection. And then the cracks start to show, and people realize, oh, this Buffalo offense, like, for the talent that's there, yes, the wide receiver room is rough, but he's had arguably the best running back in football this past season, a former MVP quarterback, and there were games where the offense just felt like it disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the hire you decide to make. Now, I know Philip Rivers turned you down, but come on. Oh, man.
It's just, I think part of it, people said no because they didn't like how they just kicked McDermott when he was down.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Honestly, yeah, I do think, I mean, I refuse to believe Joe Brady was their top pick. I think Joe Brady was maybe their top pick that was going to accept the job. But I think a lot of guys like Shieldhouse in LA, they're like, man, he's probably looking at it like, man, I don't want to be
part of this mess.
Yeah, like young, up and coming. Udinsky, same thing. Like, yeah,
it's like maybe the reason Buffalo hasn't gotten over the hump is his owner.
Yeah, Buffalo ownership has not exactly. I mean, obviously, I feel like it's kind of getting swept under the rug with how good Buffalo's been the past couple of years. But they were historically bad for most of the 2000s. Now, granted, half of that
They had
was
the
with
longest
a different owner.
NFL playoff drought for a while.
Yeah, and half of that was with a different owner. To be fair, like they got a new owner in the early 2010s, which changes things. But like Brandon Beane, like the number of terrible like quotes from Brandon Beane that have come out, like, "Oh, I never want to be as bad as the Bengals were, where they were able to get Jamar Chase." Well, your receiver room's awful now, so maybe you could have used a Jamar Chase. Oh, I never want to manage the cap so poorly with the Rams that we end up being in purgatory after that. Well, the Rams were able to
Lasted a year.
rebuild within literally a year. So, yeah, the number of bad Brandon Beane. If Brandon Beane like kind of throws shade at your team, you're
in a good spot,
right? Yeah, you're doing something right.
It's like
not that the Bengals do a whole lot right.
He totally should have been fired too. He totally should have been fired.
He got a promotion.
What has he done to keep his job? What good players he drafted in the last like 3 cycles?
Yeah, I James Cook. That was 4 cycles ago.
Took him years to develop. Who developed him? Sean McDermott.
I'm trying to think. He was 2023. Hold on, I'm just gonna look up Bill's draft picks here. Since 2023. Oh, Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, okay.
Whoa, a tight end. Congrats.
Here we go. Buffalo Bills all-time draft history. Here we go. So, let's go 2023 on. Dalton Kincaid, Osiris Torrance, Dorian Williams, Justin Shorter, Nick Broker, Alex Austin.
Nothing.
Great. Let's see. 2024, Keon Coleman, Cole Bishop. Okay, you see decent things out.
Cole Bishop.
Dwayne Carter, Ray Davis. Yeah. Ray Davis, they're flashes, but he's never going to be an every down back.
No.
Cedric Van Pran Granger, Eddie Olafosio.
Good pick right there.
Javon Saltman, Tyler. He's not done a single thing in the NFL. He is 1 career tackle.
Let's go. It was a good one.
Hey, more than the rest of us. Great ball. Daquan Hardy. Hey, more than Brandon Beane has, to be clear. And Travis Clayton, who he drafted out of England. 2025. Max Hairston. Max Hairston has had some flashes, to be fair. TJ Sanders, Landon Jackson, Deion Walker. There were moments there as a rookie. Jordan Hancock, Jackson Hawes, Dorian Strong, Chase Lunt, Caden Prather, however you say his name.
So basically what you're saying...
The most I can say is some of these players have had flashes.
So you're saying I can count players on one hand, basically?
Yes, 100%.
And he's keeping his job. What a joke.
Yep.
Some GMs can really get in the heads of the owners, man.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I was wrong. My bad. Eddie Olafosio actually has 6 career tackles.
Ha!
And they were
more than what I can count on one hand.
0, but 0 this past season. Damn. I love you though, Eddie. He's not even on the Browns anymore. Or he's not even on the Bills anymore. He's on the Browns now.
No, Eddie.
No, Eddie.
And speaking of the Browns, Todd Monken.
Whoopsie. Yeah. Oh, man. So, it's...
What a mess of a search.
Has been hilarious, I gotta say. So where do I even begin with this? Because do I want to start? Let's start with the search. Yeah. So and to be clear, I think the Browns screwed up with this hire because I'm still writing my essay and they didn't let me send it in. That's ridiculous. I should have had an extension of the deadline. Yeah, just absolute joke. I love that the essay, the personality test. Like, my goodness,
Scenario tests.
You're the Cleveland Browns. I'm sorry. Know your place a little bit here. If we
Know
heard
your
the
place,
Steelers
trash.
did this, if we heard the Steelers did this, it would make a ton of sense, and I wouldn't even be mad because that's a thorough search. Well, if you're the Browns and you're already probably the worst of these 10 hires, and you're the only one making teams make or candidates, I mean, jump through all these hoops. Like, I'm sorry.
They're like, oh, we want to be the most analytical team in the NFL. It's like, what's that gotten you in the last 10 years
And then you
doing
land
this?
on Todd Monken? You do that and you land on Todd Monken? Like, if they'd landed on Shieldhouse, I would have gotten it. Yeah, I would have been like, okay.
I think Shieldhouse is going to be a good head coach, too. I've been a fan of his for a while. It's like...
If they landed on Udinsky, I would have gotten it.
And right now, people are saying, yeah, this analytics stuff is getting a little too much right now.
But I'm just like... How do you do all that and land on Todd Monken? It screams like...
They do all this stuff and then don't realize, oh, no one wants to coach for the Browns.
Yeah. But then it gets back into the Jim Schwartz of it all. Like, I think they went with the candidate that they thought would want to keep Schwartz around without thinking, would Schwartz want to stick around if you just passed him up for the head coaching job that it sounds like you basically told him was going to be his.
Mm-hmm. And through doing that, guess who else you pissed off?
Myles
Your
Garrett.
best player.
Yep. Your only good player, to be quite clear.
Yeah,
I mean, okay.
Their rookies were pretty good.
They got Harold Fannin.
And Fraud, defensive rookie of the year.
Spresinger's good, man.
He's good. I think Amenwar should win it. I'm sorry. I can't take you seriously as defensive rookie of the year with tackles is your big stat. You know what? When a middle linebacker has a lot of tackles, what that means?
His defensive line's bad.
No, because his defensive line is actually really good. Means that his coverage isn't very good.
Run stops versus. You could rack up the run stops.
I'm sorry, I can't take something serious about a team that's picking top 5 having a rookie of the year. I don't take that very seriously, especially when he's an off-ball linebacker. And buddy, you saying Schwarzenegger's good, I know that. You know why? Because I said he was good far longer before you did.
Can I just absolutely destroy your argument real fast, though? The Browns are actually picking 6th overall.
Fuck.
You
got me there. Damn it.
Totally invalidate everything you say before. That's like when you get in a Twitter argument, you have a
spelling error.
You have a spelling error, grammatical error, and then all of a sudden, like everything that the guy you're arguing with just hangs onto that.
Oh, that's the worst.
But yeah, so yeah, obviously there's the Jim Schwartz situation and how that sounds like it's not going so great.
You see the Rams hired the Browns awful special teams coordinator.
Oh, did they? Oh, I didn't see that, no.
McVay's getting serious about fixing special teams.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, Jim Schwartz is saying he's not going to be back. I know a lot of people close to the Browns are like, oh, they'll just give him a massive raise and basically make him say no. So I think they'll find a way to get Schwartz back.
Schwartz is a petty bastard, though.
That is true. That is true. So we'll see. If he's
get
not
the hell out of there, man.
Myles Garrett demanding a trade again this offseason and like meaning it this time.
Oh man, imagine if the Seahawks got Myles Garrett.
Yeah. And what I mean, the funny part of the discourse was, did you see Acho's tweet?
Mm-mm.
Oh man.
What was it?
So we haven't even really talked about Todd Monken as a coach yet, but basically the tweet was it was a clip from his like podcast, but the tweet was basically like if you're Shadur Sanders,
Oh, God.
I can't even say it without laughing. If you're Shadur Sanders, why should I listen to Todd Monken? What has he accomplished as an NFL coach to make me listen to him?
What do you have accomplished as a player?
That's what I'm saying. That's what the whole comment section was flaming him. It was incredible. It was genuinely like
Pro Bowl.
A
Pro Bowler
Shadur Sanders.
It's like,
wait. Oh, and by the way, I think it was Ben Albright. He went through like the votes, like literally like all but 3 AFC quarterbacks turned it down. That's how Shadur ended up there.
that's awesome, man. What a shame what's happened to the Pro Bowl.
Everybody was like, "Oh, Shadur got in over Burrow and Lawrence and Lamar," and then like Ben Albright's like, "No, those guys had more votes. They just all turned it down."
That's a bummer that they turned it down, man.
Oh, it's a bummer that we got stuck with Shadur in it. Turned it down.
Did you see the stuff about Monken like before games when Kitchens was the coach saying how much Kitchens sucks when he was the OC?
Oh yeah, no, he was apparently talked a bunch of shit about the Browns in general, and it's funny that he's the coach now. But let's get into the actual Todd Monken. Look, I think Todd Monken's a good OC, but ironically, I'm going to somewhat agree with Acho here. I do not think he's a good fit as a head coach in 2020.
No, especially with the Browns without Jim Schwartz is going to be an even worse.
Yeah, because he was keeping them afloat with horrible. Like that team even being competitive was because how good their defense was.
The Browns are going to be so bad for a long time because of the Deshaun Watson mess.
See, Todd Monken, when they lose, if they lose Schwartz, he's just going to call up Zach Orr.
That's how you know when he's really going to want out. Because if Zach Orr doesn't modify his scheme to his players, which I don't think he really does. He really don't fit that system. Like I think the Seahawks could make it work for Myles Garrett. Let him play hand in the dirt end all game long. Honestly, I bet the Seahawks could make it happen. If we win a ring, Myles Garrett's like, hey, want to win a ring in Seattle? We could make it happen. However, the Niners and Rams are also going to try to trade for it too.
Yeah. Well, I know he's not getting traded in the AFC North, so I'm like, all right, don't have to worry about that. Like, he's never going to get traded to the Ravens or Steelers. He's never going to get traded. I don't think he's going to get traded in the AFC, period. It'd be some team in the NFC.
No.
So I'm like, I'm not even going to worry about it.
Honestly, like, you know where my hopes are. You know, I want Max Crosby.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
I think every team's going to try and get him.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. I think Monken's a good offensive coach, but I think Stefanski was also
Max
a good
Crosby
coach. Yeah. Let's see. Checking with
Stefanski's an excellent coach, and he got screwed.
Yeah, real fast. I just want to say something.
Are we kind of delayed here? Are we mixed up here? Because I think I'm on a little delay.
No, I think we're good. I just want to say something about the Cardinals search real fast. I genuinely don't know where it's going right now, so that's all I gotta say. The Raiders search is
no one wants that job.
Yeah.
No one wants the Cardinals job. Like it sounded like it was going to be Matt LaFleur, and like who knows anymore because they had him there for like hours. Like it's clear like the bid rules are so toxic, and no one wants that job.
But anyways, Raiders sounds like it's most likely going to be Kubiak.
So here's my thoughts on that. I do think there is a chance Kubiak says no to them. Personally, if I were Kubiak, I'd take the job, right? It's one of 32 teams. One of 32 jobs. But, like, there's been, like, some weirdness about it. First of all, Kubiak's not a very good interview. I don't know if he's going to be a successful head coach. So that's why he hasn't gotten other jobs, I think. And they just haven't wanted to wait, too. Sounds like Kubiak's family is really sick of moving, and that the Seahawks might give him a big fat deal. Who knows, with that. But the other thing is, I just totally lost my train of thought. What was the other thing?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. The word out on the Raiders job is like a lot of the top candidates are a little sketched out about Spike and Brady, how Spike had kind of meddled with the coaching and like had private coaching with the linemen and stuff, and like Brady's gonna be second guessing them a lot, like that's what the word is there. And also, some people don't think it's possible to make a good team in Vegas with all the distractions in the city, which totally fair stuff. Totally fair stuff. Also, they keep firing coaches too, which is never fun. It sounds like Spytek and Kubiak have a good relationship. I think Kubiak is very happy in Seattle. Likes McDonald, likes the city, likes the situation he's in. Having great success. But like, there's like weird reporting about this whole thing because I've been following it pretty hard. Because like after Schefter said, I don't know if it was Schefter, who it was. There was like some reports that came out after Davis Webb withdrew his name. It sounds like, oh, they're looking at Kubiak. Sounds like Kubiak's the man for the job. And just like we've gotten to know how the NFL media works, right? It seems like that was very Raiders source, right? That's how I read that as it's coming from the Raiders camp. And then some stuff came out about Kubiak and stuff about maybe he won't want the job. Seems like that's coming out of Kubiak's camp. Then there's the report Ejiro Evero is interviewing for the job too. Sounds like that's coming out of the Raiders camp, right? I don't think it's a done deal like people think it is. It's a 50-50 coin toss for me. I want to keep Kubiak. I'm not saying, oh, there's no way it happens. I'm just saying I just like from knowing how the Kubiak operates, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure because there's like a weird relationship with like the former Broncos stuff and the Davises and how they treated Shanahan. Oh, that was Al, not his son,
Mark.
And the Kubiaks and Shanahans are very, very close. So like there's some weirdness there. So it's just there's a lot of stuff that's very weird about this. But we're not going to know until after the Super Bowl regardless, unless they hire somebody else. And it's the Senior Bowl, it's happening, so like you already don't have a coach for that. What else is there to wait for, right? So that's just the whole situation on that one. I'd say I think it's a coin toss if he takes it or not, because I think the job is wants it, and it also comes down to how do you think Mendoza will work in your system.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you say, you could always turn it down. I don't know. I'm of the belief that it's one of 32 jobs in the world.
Me too.
And you have the first overall pick, so you're going to get to work with, maybe he doesn't like what he sees from Mendoza's tape, but maybe he loves it.
Like, I mean, you know what the OCs want. I think the OCs.
I think at this point, I'd be more surprised than you are if Kubiak's not the coach of the Raiders in a few weeks.
I think what we've seen from offensive coaches lately, they want to go to a place with an established quarterback. That's why Ben Johnson held out. And you got to take it from the perspective of 5 places in 5 years, and there's no guarantee the Raiders don't fire you after one. Whatever they say. They've had 2 one-and-dones in a row. 3 coaches.
You said
in
that about
4.
the Texans for a while, though, and then they were able to land Ryans.
Ryans played for the Texans.
Fair point.
And also, it was very clear that the Texans didn't have 2 one-and-dones.
Yeah, they did.
Was Lovey a one-and-done? I thought he had 2.
Yeah, Lovey Smith is a one-and-done, and they had...
Okay, Curley was just a placeholder.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But D'Amico Ryans hadn't been in 5 places in 5 years.
That's true. That's valid. That part's true.
It's a coin toss for me. But I am also of the sentiment, if I were to choose, I'd take the job because it's one of 32. Just depends how you view having to deal with Mike, with Baby Davis, with Brady, with Spytech, with Vegas. How you feel about uh, Mendoza. And the report coming out a week ago, they're gonna do an all-out full court press to keep him. I don't know if that's leverage for more money from Vegas or if it's maybe I'm not going. Who knows?
All right. Is it time to
Do a mock?
There's
one last thing I want to say. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Senior Bowl. You're right. There's one last thing I want to say. What time are we at? I think we'll save the Senior Bowl.
We can save that. We can save for next week because at least at that point we'll have the game to break down too.
True. One narrative that I found interesting that I want to share though.
Yes.
People talk about are the Shanahan McVay teams? They don't care about special teams. They only really care about their offense.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the McVay-Shanahan tree being exploded all over the NFL is why we see kind of sloppy football everywhere. Always going for it. Bad special teams. Bad quarterback development. It's an interesting thing to think about of the annoyance of going for it on every 4th down. They just care about the offense for the most part. They think they're the smartest men in the room. Zach Taylor? Hmm?
Well, the point, and the reason I was going to bring up Zach Taylor is he is the absolute stepchild of the McVay tree because it's yes, only care about offense 100%. The Bengals special teams is actually pretty good. Of all the things wrong with that organization, special teams is absolutely not one of them. However, that's not to Zach Taylor's credit at all because Darren Simmons has been there since Marvin Lewis. Yeah, he's been there since the Marvin Lewis days. So, that's not a Zach Taylor credit thing. But also, on the negative side of that, the going for it on 4th down, Zach Taylor's one of the most conservative coaches in the league when it comes to going for it on 4th down. So is
Mike McDonald. He's copying Mike McDonald.
Yeah. So that's just Anyways, so we got the red-headed stepchild.
Oh, one last thing I want to have in the heads of people for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I've come to know about the Seahawks this season, they have an insane margin of error for being able to win games. They were sloppy with turnovers in a lot of the year. They almost beat the Rams when throwing 4 picks. Beat them with 3 turnovers. Texans, they had a couple turnovers, still beat them pretty handily. Keep that in mind. Seahawks have a big margin of error. Okay, mock draft time.
All right, let's do it. Let's get rolling. No trades, obviously. Too early for that. Come back to that in mid-March.
Yeah.
Talk trades. For right now, though, very easy pick. First one, obviously, Mendoza going to the Raiders. Can put that in stone. You can start printing the jerseys. That one's basically official. For the Jets here at 2, again, a team that we've talked about. What do you give the team that needs everything? Well, D-line in general is a good place to start. Edge rush in general. They obviously need a quarterback, but I'm not taking any of these guys at number 2 overall. Wide receiver is also a position they could approach, and I've even seen some people potentially talking about Carnell Tate as an option at number 2 overall, which would surprise me, but wouldn't shock me. But I think they just build up their pass rush a little bit more here. I think the most recent riser here has been Ruben Bain. Obviously, there's the gaps in his profile with the measurables and stuff, but he's just been such a dominant force, especially the past month and a half of the playoffs. So give me Ruben Bain to the New York Jets.
All right, time for the Cardinals. This is an easy one for me. We're going to go Arvell Reese.
Titans are on the clock here. Another team that could use some edge help. Could honestly use another receiver too, if we're being honest. Although they were able to get good production out of Elk, Isle Manor, and DK. They do still have Calvin Ridley there, as much as people forget that. They've used 3 of their past 4 first-round picks, or 2 of their past 3 first-round picks, sorry, on offensive linemen, and it is somehow still a need there.
Shout out Brian Callahan.
Yeah. Part of me would not be surprised if they go in that direction. I know Mount Go is getting a lot of love right now. In fact, I think that might be the direction.
Mount Noah, I think it is. It's like Tua Taga.
It's Mawingoa. So it's like the G is there, but it's a silent non.
Okay, I got it.
Mawingoa. Okay. Give me Mawingoa though. Snipe the Giants pick because I think that's the number 1 player people are mocking the Giants right now.
All right. I think with the that's who I would definitely target with the Giants. I think we're gonna go playmaker. Let's go Jordan Tyson.
All right, Browns on the clock here. So again, they need to build up their offensive line. They need to build up their receiver core. Just both of those really. They need a quarterback as well, but again, I'm not picking a quarterback here. I think they'll still be offensive linemen I'd like on the board with their next pick, which is at 24. I don't know if they can say the same thing about the receivers. Give me Carnell Tate here.
Imagine if you took if the Browns took a quarterback there, how the Shedeur Truthers would feel.
Oh man, the Ty Simpson Truthers versus the Shedeur Truthers, it would be a civil war.
Oh yeah. All right. So
offering Sean Watson to start over both of them.
I think the commies are pretty upset about that one. What do the commies need? Right, Dan Quinn's the coach.
Mm-hmm. They just need young players.
Yeah.
Period. Don't matter, offense, defense, whatever. They just need young youth.
Give me a quick scroll down like one group of people. Ooh, Makai Lemon.
Ooh, I like that. That's fun.
Running receivers right now, Saints. There's some very fun options here. You still have Kamara, but so I don't think you can go. Love there. I think we're gonna go Caleb Downs. I broke your heart. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you did. I think the Chiefs are in a win-win situation here. Obviously, a lot of people are picking. Honestly, the 2 most mocked players to the Chiefs are staring me in the face right now: David Bailey and Jeremiah Love. I will say, I think Jeremiah Love is the more rare player. Yes, at a less valuable position, but especially with them hiring Eric Bieniemy back, who's got a running back background, obviously running backs coach and for a long time. I think he makes a lot of sense there. So give me Love to the Chiefs.
That's a fun pick.
Yeah. Oh man. Here we
go. All right.
So I like David Bailey a lot. I really do, but I think he's a tier below Bain and Reese as far as edge rushers go for me. I like Woods. I'm leaning that way. Downs would have been my pick. I've seen a lot of people mock like McCoy to the Bengals recently, and I'm not even anti-Jamad McCoy as a player.
It just doesn't make sense.
But the timeline of it, the positional need, like they need everything on defense except outside corner. So I'm gonna pass on that one. It's like move Dax Hill back to the slot. Like why? He's shown for 2 seasons in a row he's a good outside corner.
Mm-hmm.
Just leave him there. Yes, I know his profile coming out of college was he would end up being a slot corner. He's shown he's a good outside corner. Don't keep moving him around. That's going to slow his development. Anyways.
Don't overcomplicate it.
So, teetering between Bailey and Woods. I think I'm going to go Peter Woods. I think the 3-tech is, especially considering the investments they've been putting into the edge rush room the past couple of years, even if it's hit or miss on how much it's actually helped, make it so you need to put more into your defensive tackle room and your interior defense line in general. There have been a lot of people saying Peter Woods is going to fall in the draft, which is why I hesitate with that pick. Daniel Jeremiah in his first mock draft had him going 30 to the Broncos.
Wow.
Just because I guess a lot of NFL folks aren't necessarily huge Peter Woods fans. So I might look like an idiot for that pick in a couple months. But I'm going to stick with it for right now because I still really like his profile. Dolphins here. This is a team that definitely needs corner help. They could also draft David Bailey, and I think that would make a lot of sense for them. In fact, that's the direction I'm going to go. David Bailey to the Dolphins to replace what they lost in, obviously, when they traded Jalen Phillips to the Eagles, but Bradley Chubb's also not getting any younger. David Bailey there.
Cowboys are so dang happy that they're getting the top corner in the draft. They are going to go with Jamal McCoy.
Yeah.
I think Rams got to go corner here as well. Mansour. They got cooked with their corners.
Ravens could do a couple things here. I'm of the belief that Roquan Smith is on the downside of his career, so Sonny Styles would be an excellent pick for them, but they're not going to make that pick because they don't think as lowly as Roquan Smith as I do. I think they need to improve the interior of the offensive and defensive line. I think moving Keldrick Falk into a more of a 3-4 defensive end role would make a lot of sense for them.
I could see that system. I think the Minter McDonald system is going to like Keldrick Falk.
Yeah. But I think ultimately a player that's going to be a pretty popular pick to the Ravens over the next couple months is Vega Ione. So I'm going to go with that one here.
Thanks, Kalen, for nothing.
Yep.
Do you see how rough he looked at the Senior Bowl? Oh, it's time to shave that head. It's creeping down the back of his head. I'll send it to you on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it right now.
When he looks forward, you can really see it creep down the back of his head. It's not good. Let it go, Kalen.
Dude, he's getting skinny too. He's like
he got on Ozempic. He got on Ozempic.
Yeah, that didn't surprise me, but
he got on Ozempic. Dude, he was skinnier year two. Year one, he was chunky.
Yeah, but I'm also the. I was gonna say it seems like the stress from the Bama job's kind of eating him alive.
Yeah. All right, the Bucs need pass rush help bad. We're gonna go Caleb Banks, who had an outstanding Senior Bowl.
Yes,
so far.
he's been doing fantastic there.
Keep him in Florida.
Logan Hall, who's a free agent as well there.
All right.
Jets. So we just drafted Ruben Bain. So this is where we can do a couple things. We need receiver help because we didn't get a receiver go over 400 yards, but there's no one here that I'm taking at 16, I don't think. No respect to my guy Denzel. Corner, Avion Terrell makes a lot of sense here.
Oh, he's so good.
There you go.
I think he will be corner one by the time the draft comes around. He's so good. Lions.
You have 4 picks in a row here.
Yeah, I do. So I think they're going to go defense here for sure. And it's going to be in the front set. Well, their DBs aren't even that good either. We'll go Sonny Styles here.
Yeah.
Vikings. They need O-line help, so give me interior O-line.
Yes, sir. I'll give you tackles and interior O-line because I know a lot of these tackles.
Yeah, they can check.
On the
We're going to go Spencer Fano.
I think that's a great pick.
That's really good value. Panthers. We're probably going to... Ooh, you know what I like here is Caden McDonald.
Good call. I like Hayden McDonald a lot. I don't know if I don't have him as a target for the Bengals at 10 because I think that's rich, but I think
that's a trade down target for sure.
Yeah,
I think he'd be good there. Cowboys. So, all right, we already took a corner. And Jeremiah Love's gone, so I don't feel comfortable taking a running back yet. Their O-line's solid. Their targets are solid. They still got Dak. I think we got to go. Honestly, show me corners and safeties again, because we could double dip here. Because that secondary was rough.
I don't know if there's any safeties we're taking in the first round. No, McNeil Warren has had a good week.
He has. He's really rising. Yeah, I don't like it either. We're going to go, give me just the big board again. I think we'll go Cassius Howell.
Keep him in state. I like it. Steelers, I'm finally back up on the clock here. Here's where I might look quarterback here. Ty Simpson, I'm going to think about. Probably won't go that way, but I'm going to think about it. Receiver, there I got obviously Denzel and DK are very, very different receivers, but they're both big body receivers, which I think we want to diversify our skill set there. I know we got Calvin Austin, but he's I think he's free agent this year actually. So they kind of can replace that kind of shifty, speedier guy with maybe the slighter frame. KC Concepcion makes a lot of sense for me there. Chargers, meanwhile, they just got to build up the interior of both sides of the ball. Look, offensive line, interior line, D line here. Proctor feels like a Harbaugh pick. I'm not gonna lie.
Put him at guard.
Yeah, put him at guard. Oh yeah, there's your Mekhi Becton replacement because this sounds like I'm not even kidding. I'm thinking about that. Jennings Dunker's a name that I know a lot of people like.
Don't take it from me. He's not making it to 30.
Lee Hunter's had a nice week.
They drafted Jamari Caldwell last year, didn't they?
They did draft Jamari Caldwell.
You don't have room for another nose tackle, man.
That's true.
I have made my peace that Jennings Dunker isn't going to be there at 31 or 32.
I'm going to go Proctor here. I like that as the Becton replacement. Literally, truly a one-for-one replacement there. Don't even have to change the jersey sizes.
Give me centers.
Yes.
Oh, I don't think they would centers. Just online. You know who's had a really good Senior Bowl? Sam Heck.
Yeah.
He's had a really good one, but I'm still a Logan Jones head. Actually, no, not there, because they don't run zone. Give me Heck. They run gap at K-State. I bet it's hiked. I don't know.
Hiked. We'll find out as the rolls on. But here's where I break your heart, my friend. Jennings Dunker offers a little bit of versatility on that Browns offense line. Sounds like Wyatt
Teller.
Wyatt Teller. I almost said Wyatt Miller. Wyatt Teller won't be around much longer from a play quality standpoint, and Joel Batoni won't be around much longer from an age standpoint. And their tackles are already terrible. So give me the guy that can play any spot on the offensive line and play it well. Dunker, you are a Cleveland Brown. Sorry.
Honestly, I do think he's a good player, and I think there's players like him that we can get and be fine, but I just love his vibe because he fits the Gray Zabel, Jalen Sundell interior, man. Like, did you see his diet? Like,
yes, I did.
My favorite part of that, though, at the end, post-game, Culver's.
There you go.
Yes, I love
the Midwest boy right there.
I wish we had Culver's in Seattle so bad. It's not my number one want, but it's up there. My number one want, of course, Raising Cane's, which we're getting mid-February. How exciting, Bo.
There you go.
In-N-Out is definitely up there. Culver's might be my number 3. Culver's is really good. And I can't believe you have a Culver's in Arizona.
Culver.
And
We got
not in
dude.
Seattle.
The Arizona is awesome. There's In-N-Out. There's Whataburger. There's Culver's. There's Raising Cane's. Like,
Dude, I'm gonna
literally,
move down there, man.
there's not a chain that is not here in Arizona. It's
How
awesome.
do you have Culver's and we don't? We have a million Midwest transplants here, man. How do we not have a Culver's?
I don't know, man.
Ugh.
At least you've got Dick's, but Dick's is very Seattle only.
It is. All right. Da Bears. Give me linebacker and D-line.
Linebacker and D-line.
Edge, D-line, interior, and linebacker.
Yeah, I should do the entire front seven here, yeah.
Ugh, kind of ugly, but I think Keldrick Falk will be very good in that division. I know how we feel about Keldrick Falk.
I mean, at 25, I don't hate him. I hate him at 10. That's why I hate him.
Against two of the heaviest run teams in football, I think that's a really good spot for him.
Yeah, I think he's got the tools to be a good run stuffing defensive end, just like 3-4 guy. He just feels like Shamar Stewart again, which is like I don't want to take Shamar Stewart again.
Well, actually, he can. Well, Keldrick Falk can defend the run. I don't know if Shamar Stewart.
That's true. Shamar Stewart wasn't even a good run fitter. He was big, fast guy.
Yeah.
Me big, me fast, me don't play football well, but me big and me fast. And Duke Tobin was like, that's all I need to hear, my guy. Anyways, hey, you know what? Miles Murphy eventually developed. He was just a big, fast guy, and now he's actually a good football player. Look at that. It only took him 3 years to develop.
Yeah, but where'd you pick Miles Murphy?
29. Which I guess isn't too much for... that's not crazy far away from 17, to be fair. But, anyways. Bills. Until Boston makes sense, but it almost feels like just like drafting Keon Coleman again, only without the drops issue.
Or explosiveness.
Yeah. I don't love any of these. I can't. I know. I feel it feels sacrilegious to say I don't love Denzel for Buffalo, and I don't like any of these other receivers.
Honestly, Jeremy's kind of interesting, but that's a little early.
Yeah, but dude, they're not going to draft Sadiq because they already drafted him. Do they go? Ooh. No. I'm gonna leave it on the board. I'm thinking about it. Pull up Edge? No, there's no way. Nah, I'm not drafting Mesidor. I thought about it, but I'm not doing it. Linebacker. I'm deciding between CJ Allen and Emmanuel McNeil-Warren right now.
Well, I like how the draft order sorted itself out, by the way.
Yeah, right.
If the Seahawks win, it'll be the first time we'll be picking one of our teams at 32.
That's true. That's true. Do I go Allen or do I go McNeil-Warren? You know, let's mix it up. Let's go Emmanuel McNeil-Warren.
God damn it.
26.
I was going to say some cool things about him because
I'll say it right now.
I'll say it now. I've been told by a very good source the Seahawks really, really like McNeil-Warren. We're hoping that they'd be able to get him round 2, and now if they want him, they've got to take him round 1.
Yeah. He's had a good week.
He had a good year.
Yeah, he's had a good year.
I watched all that stuff back.
Toledo's just producing good defense.
You know why? Because they have a really awesome 4-2-5 system. That's why.
Yeah.
They have an awesome 4-2-5.
Because
they run quarters. It's really unique.
Went from
okay.
Hugh Mitchell to who was that defensive lineman at?
Yeah.
Went to the Giants in the second round. What was his name?
I'm blanking, but I know who you're talking about.
Hold on.
And guess where their coach is now?
Darius Alexander.
Where did their DC go? Their DC went to a good school. Oh, no, not a good school, actually. Their DC went to Syracuse, and their head coach went to UConn.
He went to UConn, yeah. Kendall went to UConn.
I can't believe a lower tier Big Ten team never took a shot on him, or Big 12. He'd be really good at like Iowa State, man.
You're up with the Niners. I got to take on this Niners pick, actually, but I'll let you make the pick.
This is very easy for me. It's going to be Kenyon Sadiq.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I was actually my take on this. Jawan Jennings is a free agent. Denzel Boston's like a perfect Jawan Jennings replacement.
That's a good one. Yeah. Hey, Denzel has a throwing touchdown too.
There you go. Texans. Here we go. Joe Mixon sounds like he might not be long for Houston, but they got something with Lee Mark, so I don't think running back makes sense.
Yeah.
Plus, there's no running backs to take right here, anyways. Let me look at interior defensive linemen. I know a lot of their D linemen are going free agency here.
Oh, I see a good one.
Oh, man. I'm thinking Lee Hunter.
Yeah.
I know Darrell Jackson Jr.'s had a good. I mean, he was
Lee
in the
Hunter
Bowl and the Senior Bowl, but I'm going Lee Hunter.
Lee Hunter's a good fit there.
Yeah, DJJ is probably going to be more of a day 2 guy. Lee Hunter at 28 is going to make a lot of sense there.
All right, quarterback time. Ty Simpson.
There you go. I like it. I'd go Trinidad if he's actually in the draft, but it sounds like that's going to come down to like February 13th when they have the hearing.
Oh, so stupid. This whole process is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Put the fries in the bag.
Broncos, as great of a story as Alex Singleton is, I think you can upgrade over him.
Hate you. I hate you.
CJ Allen, you are a Denver Bronco.
Taking two. It's taking.
I got Jennings, Dunker, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, and CJ Allen. It's the AFC teams.
I hate you.
Hey, this is what you get for drafting at 32.
I know it is. I appreciate you for keeping the draft honest, for keeping the mock honest.
Oh, I still have one more pick. Oh yeah, hold on. New England. Caleb Lomu feels like really good value right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Caleb. Put him on the interior.
Could have lucked into Caleb Lomu.
Hey, Denzel's still there.
We're not taking Denzel. Honestly, I don't hate the guys we got available here. I'm just salty.
Yeah.
Okay, give me edge, corner, and interior line.
Offense or defense?
Offense.
TJ Parker, I know he was a big.
I know that one interests me.
He's had a good.
He has. Give me just give me exclusive interior line. Okay. This is a tough one. This is actually a tough one.
I'm gonna pull up tackles too, just because we've already said like a lot of these tackles.
I not these guys though.
Okay. Just interior. Okay.
Because there's guys I like here at this pick. We're going to go TJ Parker here. I think that's too good of a value to pass up. I think Emmanuel Pregnon is definitely a guy they would like a lot. But if TJ Parker's there, they're going to take him.
Yeah. It's funny. He's at the whole roller coaster.
He has that juice that the Seahawks defensive ends do lack.
He's kind of Miles Murphy-esque as far as his like draft cycle's gone. Where he's also a Clemson edge rusher, where it's like before his draft cycle, he was like a top 5 guy, and then the season wore on, everyone forgot about him, and now during the cycle, it seems like he's going to work his way back up into at least late first round, if not even like mid to late first round.
What athleticism does for you, huh?
Yep, it's crazy. There you go. All right, I'm gonna send this over to you. Look at that. Peter Woods for the Bengals again.
Hey, I can't believe the Clemson D lineman.
Look at that.
Hey.
Gotta send Dabo a thank you note. Yeah, if it ends up being Peter Woods to Cincinnati and TJ Parker to Seattle, we'll both we'll make it. We'll dedicate an entire pod to Dabo Sweeney.
We'll try to get Davo on the pod. How would that, folks?
Yeah. There you go. Get him on the pod. Talk about
He's not busy.
He's not busy at all. Hey, now that there's only one portal cycle, he's got time. He'll be fine.
Well, even if there was a spring portal, we wouldn't really have to worry about that one.
That's true. There is Clemson. There we go. Well, that is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. What a fun one. Well, next week we got a very fun week planned, and because the awards or NFL honors on Thursday, I think we'll probably do maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday episode next week.
We're gonna have a full episode of just Super Bowl picks. Friends of the pod are coming on. I'm already in communications.
Let's go. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun week. It's gonna be a very fun week, very fun episode. We're gonna give our NFL honors picks at that point as well. The inaugural NFL Protector of the Year award as well.
Praise Abel. Or you know who deserves to win it?
Who's that?
Who was snubbed from being nominated?
Who's that?
Anthony Bradford. Dude, imagine if the Seahawks get Jennings Dunker. We have 3 farm boys in the interior O-line. And a ginger protecting a ginger.
There you go. Gingers, everyone knows
dude,
together.
I would just be so thrilled. Like 4 out of 5 of that O-line is probably MAGA because Abe Lucas is a big MAGA guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Imagine that like Sunday Night Football, like they show the linemen all their faces.
And then Charles
Gray
Cross.
Zabel, Jalen Sandell, Jennings Dunker, and Abe Lucas all looking like super tough, and like then there's Charles Cross just smiling.
And Charles Cross doing his thing.
That's the dragon meme right there, except it's 5 dragons. Although Charles Cross isn't.
But
just from the aesthetic, from an aesthetic
standpoint, yeah, that's what we're
that would be pretty elite, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like I have come to the belief, especially seeing how the Texans O-line is played, and like how Iowa's always good at O-line. Like you need mag on your O-line.
You need a little bit. In 2 weeks, we'll both officially be in draft season. So while you're still in their games that matter mode, we'll all be in the same place in a few weeks.
Bo, you said you're on the bandwagon. Come on.
I'm on the bandwagon, absolutely. I'm on.
You got it. I need you to be in Super Bowl mode for me, buddy.
I don't have any Seahawks.
Lock in.
I thought I did. I really thought I did. I was going to wear Seahawks gear on Sunday, but I don't have any.
Oh,
I thought I did. I know. Maybe I'll go buy a hat at the mall or something.
Buy like the cheapest shirt you can find on like Amazon. That's what you should do.
There you go. All right. Well, that's it. And I'll wear it on.
I'll mail you something. How about that?
There you go. That works. I am never going to complain about free stuff. So.
Well, it would be a loan. I'd want it back.
Oh, I'm like, you better send it back, and I'm not paying for the stamp.
If it's a shirt, I could maybe get away with sending it in an envelope, one stamp.
Oh yeah, there you go. You just fold it up real tight, stuff it in.
Vacuum seal it.
Vacuum seal. Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, that's it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. We just hit 12:40 Mountain Time, so I'm gonna hit the hang.
Oh baby, I forgot.
No, you're good.
If one of us is in the Super Bowl, all of us is in the Super Bowl. If one of us reflect, all of us reflect. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Drive safe, folks. And happy. It's not the. I was gonna say happy Pro Bowl week, but it's not Pro Bowl week anymore because they moved it. Happy Senior Bowl week, though.
Yes, sir.
Draft season.